We'll begin with a story that no doubt you've been following all weekend. The historic flood disaster in southeast Texas is likely to continue for days or even weeks. The news is not good there this morning. Rescue crews worked all night long in Houston, pulling stranded people out of vehicles and homes.
Most of America's fourth largest city is now underwater. Radar shows no end to the rain from Tropical Storm Harvey, which made landfall as a Category 4 hurricane more than 48 hours ago.
The newest threat comes from a pair of flood control reservoirs that started releasing water overnight. That water is flowing down Buffalo Bayou straight into downtown Houston as we speak. Norah O'Donnell is next to the bayou just west of downtown. Norah, good morning to you.
Good morning, and as you can tell, it is raining pretty hard here this morning, and the Army Corps of Engineers says it had to let the water out of those reservoirs essentially to save downtown because they were filling up too fast. But that water is heading this way. It is actually going to, in this Buffalo Bayou behind me, it's rising about 6 inches, half a foot every hour. And that's expected to flood hundreds of homes, adding to the misery here. That's the news this morning. This additional flooding, as well as the rain, meaning more mandatory evacuations. So far, 2 deaths and 14 injuries are directly blamed on the flooding from Harvey. And according to the most recent report, there have been up to 2,000 rescues. And there's no way to know how many people are still stranded by floodwaters. Our correspondents are all over this area following the extent of this disaster and the emergency response. Let's first bring in Mark Strassmann, who is with me here in downtown Houston. He's been following the emergency response overnight. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Norah. You mentioned the 2,000 rescues already, and there's nothing but rain in the forecast for days. Local officials are very blunt about it. They do not have the resources to answer every call for help. So lots of folks have begun to complain. Why weren't they told to get out of harm's way while they still could, instead of being stuck asking for help?
In America's fourth largest city, rescues continue throughout the night. The rising water is everywhere, pushing into homes and crippling a metro area packed with nearly 7 million people. The U.S. Coast Guard plucked the stranded off rooftops, many of them blindsided by the historic amount of rain.
You know, I wish we could send out assets to a neighborhood and say, we're here to get you out of harm's way, but we don't know which neighborhood to send them to.
Drone video shows downtown Houston swamped, residential streets flooded with both water and people trying to get to safety.
Okay, we'll try to get a boat out here.
Harris County rescue crews are going door to door, helping as many as they can.
We have more boats in the water. We have more high water rescue vehicles now. We've almost doubled our ability to respond, and we will get to you.
We have nothing.
But some people in Houston are still waiting for help. Gervasia Wanzine told us she has been stuck in the waters alongside a 95-year-old man since yesterday morning.
We need help out here because it's starting to rain and thunder again, and we can't take any more rain.
Overwhelmed rescue crews are getting help from anyone willing to lend a hand. Good Samaritans in boats are banding together to pull people from danger.
We're going to go hook up to the boat, and we're going to go save some more lives, help some more people, till this all blow over.
But Harvey is not expected to blow over anytime soon.
What I'm saying to Houstonians, let's be very patient.
Houston's Mayor Sylvester Turner is standing by his decision not to order a mandatory evacuation. He said many people would have been trapped in a massive and dangerous traffic jam.
It was the right decision in terms of their safety, and always we must put the interests of the city of Houston and Houstonians first.
Houston is mostly flat. It is also highly developed. There's simply no place for all this water to run except into buildings and homes. Very tough challenge.
Very tough challenge. As some of the U.S. Coast Guard officials said last night, the resources don't meet the demand for help here.
It's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.